Hello there. I have another story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for having my daughter watch over her brothers at the mall. I'm 45 female, a mom to 4 kiddos. JC, 21 female, Kylie, 16 female, James, 8 male, and Jordan, 6 male. Kylie, James, and Jordan are the kids involved with this. So Kylie's 16, James and Jordan are 8 and 6. Kylie and I had originally planned a mommy-daughter day at the mall, and my husband was going to take James and Jordan to his work for the day. However, once James and Jordan realized we were going to the mall, they begged to come and no longer wanted to go with their dad to his work. There was no convincing them, so I agreed, and Kylie was upset because it was supposed to just be us two. We got to the mall and I wanted to check out Bath & Body Works, but James and Jordan wanted to go to the arcade and toy stores. I asked Kylie to take them there so I could go myself to B&BW. None of my kids couldn't really go in there because they all get migraines from the smells. She tried to argue out of it, but I threatened to take them all home, and I'll tell her brothers it was because of her. She reluctantly agreed, and I gave them cash to split. I have to admit, I think I got much more done bringing them all here and having Kylie watch them than I would had I only brought Kylie and went around with her the whole day. I ended up shopping at a few stores and scored some pretty good after Christmas deals. We met up again and Kylie was upset because apparently she wasn't allowed to go into the stores she wanted to because her brothers were too loud and she didn't want to get kicked out. I was already ready to go and didn't want to stay any longer, so I told her we could come back another time. She was upset and wouldn't speak the entire way home. Yeah, I can visualize this
shitty, Mom.
to a T. When we got home, she told me she wanted the day to just be for us and that she didn't have any fun. I told her that life doesn't always go as planned and told her that I felt the same as a parent going shopping before she matured. She is still upset with me and thinks I purposefully sabotaged our mommy-daughter day. My husband said I was an asshole, but otherwise won't get involved. Was I the asshole? Yes. Well, your husband says you're the asshole, but otherwise won't get involved. Okay, here's the problem, and I want to scroll back up to just verify this. It's the mommy-daughter day thing, right? Kylie and I had originally planned a mommy-daughter day at the mall. Okay, that was the plan. And where you f***ed up here, Mom, is that never once did you communicate to her that there was going to be a direct deviation from this plan. It was a mommy-daughter day, and then all of a sudden the boys want to come along. You say there was no negotiating, no combating this. Well, they're 8 and 6. So there was, the word no does exist, and it, even worse than giving in to the tirade or them just demanding to get their way and giving into it, you did that at the expense of another child. You doing this caused damage. You took from one to give to another. That's problematic. Big time. That's not okay. And I think that was the first part where you went wrong for me. There were 9 additional steps where you continued to choose wrong. It was first, I want to go in this one store, so please take your brothers over here because you guys can't go in here. Just watch them while I do this one thing. You ended up going to a few stores, which means you probably went to 8. So she was stuck with her brothers for a long time and could not do anything at all that she wanted to do. She worked the whole time you were getting shit done. And I understand as a parent, like having the skies clear and having the ability to get shit done is a rarity, right? So you took advantage of it. But again, you took from one of your children, this time to give to yourself. So you took from her to give to them, and then you took from her to give to you, and you don't know why she was upset. What do you think, Candy Thunder? Come on up. Come on up, Tater. I was trying to imagine, and it wasn't very hard. Like if we had done this to our teen daughters, yeah, they would have been justifiably irate.
Yeah. I think it is super important to prioritize the needs of your child. Not every single thing that they request, but you have a 16-year-old daughter who wants to spend the day with you. And you threw that away because you were unable to tell your 6 and 8-year-old no. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. And then when your 16-year-old was like, I really want to do this thing, and fought back, and you're like, we're going to leave and I'll tell them it's your fault. And so you doubled down, which for me sends you directly to ASCON 1.
Do it, President. Do it.
That blaming your 16-year-old for the fact that her day got ripped out from underneath her to watch her brothers is... one, if you go to the mall with all of your kids, you don't get to go to the stores that you want to go to. You're choosing to be a parent in that moment. And so if your kids can't go into Bath and Body Works, like that's a want, not a need. Like you have to prioritize what you're doing in that moment. If you wanted to go to the mall by yourself, then go at a time that your husband can take care of the boys. Like something, but don't put that on your 16-year-old. And I'm not saying that you have to always give in to your kids what they want every single time, but it is important to build a relationship with them to show that they're a priority to you. And you did not do that in this moment. You did the complete opposite of that. You prioritized your own needs ahead of theirs, which is fine sometimes. But in this moment, you made your daughter take the brunt of everything and had a day at the mall. And that's super shitty when you promised her the opposite.
Even if this wasn't a pre-planned mommy-daughter day, you'd still be an asshole here for springing it on her last minute and then taking advantage of her. The fact that you made it a mommy-daughter day made it worse. And then the fact that when she had a problem with it afterward, you
blamed
blackmailed her.
Yeah.
It just makes it even worse. So this was incredibly selfish.
100%. You took advantage of a situation. There was no reason that you can't tell. We do things individually with our kids, and there's no reason. Like I would not allow, even if Navy wanted to go with him and Brady to go do this thing, and they had already planned this thing, I wouldn't allow it. He wouldn't allow it, because you have to build one-on-one relationships with your children. You have to build that family relationship with your children, and they have to feel important. And that's how we run our lives. And again, we don't always put the needs of our kids ahead of our own, but I want them to feel like important human beings in our family. And this is not the way to do it. This woman wrote parentification, how to do it firsthand at the mall. Parentification here. I guarantee you she's watching those boys a lot more at home too. If mom felt it was so easy to throw money at them and send them away while she got to shop, like
also,
I don't know. I feel like if you promise your kid something, you definitely need to follow through with that promise. And if you can't, if something happens, understandable, explain it to your kid and make a plan to commit that or to keep that promise, whatever the new plan looks like. But not doing that makes them feel not like a human being, not that their needs matter. Like, you're not building a relationship for the future with your child by doing this, because at 16, you want to build that relationship that matters in the future when they leave your home. Like if you want them to still see you and talk to you and have contact with you, like this is not the way to do it. This is the way to do it with low contact, and she'll be gone.
Also, you're training your child how they deserve to be treated in general.
Right.
So when they get into a relationship and you don't understand how they're still with this incredibly terrible person who just treats them like garbage and has no value for them, the answer's in the mirror. You're telling her what to expect out of life. And I think that's a really good thing. That's a really good point in making sure that you prioritize the needs of your kids. And like I said, not all of them, because some of them are going to be unrealistic, but to make sure that they know that they matter. Yeah. And so that when they go out into this world, they keep the circle around them that also shows them that they matter. Teach them what to expect. Yeah. Yep. I agree. You had this conversation recently too. Like you're never going to be able to put like your wishes or your thoughts in your child's head, but you're always going to like wish and hope that they knew what they were worth. Right. That they knew that they were worth being treated, not just well, but glowingly.
Cherished. I mean, taken care of.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
I think
much better word than glowingly. I don't know where that came from.
I think kids that are cherished, kids that grow up knowing that their needs were met and that they had, prioritized like things from their parents that they wouldn't, that this woman is not giving hers. Like they're going to grow up to be whole adults and happy adults and understand like things about the world. So I don't know.
So Jenny with the ice cream cone said, I need to correct myself on parentification. And I want to address this real quick because it's really easy to feel guilty as a parent for asking your kids to pitch in and help with things anytime you ask, right? And it's easy to feel like, am I asking too much of them? Yeah, absolutely. It is great to involve your kids in getting things done and in helping with the family, right? Yeah. However, it is not okay to treat them like an employee or a prisoner with a job and and approach it that way. You can't rely on them to do that, but
Right.
teach them. And,
Yes, exactly.
And when you do need them and you're understanding that it is like a selfish need, like make it worth their time somehow. So reward them somehow. And and they will do that. They will do that because they want to be rewarded. Like it builds a system where work equals reward. And there's this understanding of, yes, I understand that I'm not going to force you to do this. I can't force you to do it, but I can make it worth your time.
Ava, who, so Kieran and Brady were with us for like a week and a half over Christmas break. And then they went back with their mom today. Ava is still with us, and I picked her up from her friends, and I was like, hey, and we've already talked about this, but I'm like, I need you for 2 hours to help me with Navy. And so she saw this new shirt that I got hanging on the laundry room door, and I do pay them for watching Navy because
it's a job.
It's a job.
We'd have to pay it if they said no.
Yes.
So.
And but she saw the shirt hanging there, and she's like, I was like, that's my new shirt. The tags are still on it. And then I was like, I'll tell you what, you do this for me, and you can wear my new shirt to your friend dinner tonight. Rip the tags off. You can wear it first. I don't care. And she was happy with that. Like, smile on her face, good to go. It was just like the funniest
Is it one of the
thing.
shirts I got you for Christmas?
No, it's one of the ones that just came in the mail from the coupon
This
purchase.
kid. She's hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny.
And
She's examining it, and I'm like, I know you want to wear it.